Question 1. What are Maya and its role in spiritual evolution? How a sadhaka or spiritual aspirant for his spiritual journey must deal with the Maya? Answer. It is extremely difficult to understand and define Maya illusion. However, in simple words, M of Maya can be taken as mystery, A of Maya as apparent, Y as yield, and the last letter A of this can be manifested as arbitrary. So Maya can be defined as a mystery that looks very apparent but yields only as arbitrary in its entire final outcome. Udana Praana has been transformed by the impact and close interaction of various pranas in the navel region. It has more of the sky contents than the earthly contents. It ascends through Sushumna Nadi through various chakras and reaches to Adya Chakra as a pure divine light. The entire physical system of an aspirant or sadhaka gets spiritually magnetized with the years of correct Kriya Yoga practice. The ascent of the Udana Praana in the system takes place with awareness. The awareness of the ascent of prana is Maya. In each chakra, the awareness must be dissolved before the Udana Praana ascends to the next higher chakra. Gradually with practice, awareness turns to unawareness as learner or driver of a vehicle is very cautious initially and fully aware of, and later after learning he drives automatically without much awareness. As mother is emotionally and mentally immersed towards her baby with affection without awareness, since awareness gets totally dissolved in baby's love, she becomes totally unaware and does not know how she loves her child. Similarly, awareness of sadhaka or spiritual aspirants gets immersed in unawareness after a long practice. Aspirant must propitiate Maya since Maya is all-powerful, and unless the Maya give the way, unawareness in the process of ascending is not feasible. Awareness acts in such a way as if the sadhaka or spiritual aspirant is taking milk in the dream. It looks as if he is in blissful state enjoying milk, but there is no milk in the dream, it is all illusion or Maya. One can enjoy milk when he is in a wakeful state and really having the milk. It means one must be fully immersed in the activity, and even unconscious thought of any kind must not disturb him, then only he can enjoy bliss that he cannot describe. It is the confidence trick of Maya to create awareness, to keep projecting a sense of separateness. It is the treachery of Maya that the awareness automatically pours in during ascent of the Udana Praana. It is nothing but illusion. Maya plays tricks of the biggest possible illusion as one wants to ascend from the horizontal path to the vertical path. Maya is the play of Shiva and Shakti in the horizontal plane. Maya acts as if it is playing a divine game. Awareness is projected as the cosmic energy and resists mergence of soul with the supernal with a huge force. Shakti or power can project as Shiva since Shiva and Shakti are the dialectic possibilities of opposite poles. Almighty or Ishwara has created Maya. Maya is the part of Brahman. This Srishti or world is the play of Maya, and in other words, it is the game of Brahman. Both Brahman and Maya are the dialectically opposite poles of the same reality. This world is created by Brahma. Brahma is Maya, so Maya has to protect this Srishti or world. Maya is the king of horizontal activities, whereas spirituality is the vertical ascent to merge with the supernal. Both Maya and spirituality are dialectically opposite to each other. If Sadhaka takes the vertical journey, it is against Maya. He is a rebellion for Maya, so Maya will put forward all the resistance in his path of vertical travel. Maya cannot tolerate vertical travel of Sadhaka, and it is against his nature to allow Sadhaka to leave his kingdom. Maya tries to put him back, misguides him since Maya is very powerful. Maya tries to hold back, demodulates the Sadhaka for the vertical journey, and considers the spiritual aspirant as a rebellion of his regime. Maya creates all miseries for a sadhaka in the horizontal plane. At times, he feels miserable. Ishwara has created Maya. Maya started his role from knownness to oneness to manyness as the play of Brahman for his own pleasure or happiness. The child is always unaware of his activities, being simple, godly and merged fully with his play. Maya plays trick of awareness to misguide the child and thus attract him to the worldly activities by putting him in illusion. In fact, Maya is not different from Ishwara. Maya is the base and it is manifested in many ways, whereas Ishwara, being dialectically opposite to Maya, is unmanifested, Purna and fully filled with Sattvaguna. He is unaware because of his unmanifested state and is away from all non-virtues. On the contrary, Maya is the combination of Sattva, Rajasva and Tamas gunas. It is formless oneness awareness and dialectically opposite to the unmanifested Ishwara, being his own part. Maya is a living, charged manifested Shakti or power, and it is a part of cosmic energy. Brahman as Maya is completely in an aware state, whereas Maya as Brahman is nearer to Ishwara and is in an unaware state of existence. Dream state is the subtle Maya state where one thinks of himself being in a blissful state as being in the state of awareness, but when he is awakened from the dream state he finds himself nowhere near the bliss. From Kula to Akula chakras, Sadhaka must shed awareness to ascend to Chida Akasha, otherwise Maya being very powerful may drop him back from a higher state of evolution. There is no point in taking the Udana Praana in a hurry from lower to higher chakras. One must transcend each chakra from awareness to unawareness state. In Swathisthanam, the entire human past urges must be fulfilled. In Muladhara, instinctual desires must be comprehended or enjoyed or fulfilled. In Manipura, pure light like Mani must appear, and in Dhara or Anahata Chakra, Prana must be illuminated with the soul light. Before the Agya Chakra, Mukhya or Udana Prana must have been transformed into the divine light. Otherwise, Prana will only supply oxygen to the brain center without any spiritual evolution. Biospiritual atoms cannot gather at Agya Chakra if Mukhya or main Prana has not transformed fully into the divine light after crossing Vishuddhi and Lambika chakras. Turiya state must not have any Prana. If Prana exists in Turiya, this shows it is an illusion of Turiya. Turiya is a semi-wakeful state. In Akula Chakra, all type of awareness must diminish. Sushupti state along with Turiya must be perfected before the light ascends further in Chida Akasha. It must be understood that Kundalini itself with 3.5-inch calls is in the state of Samadhi in Muladhara. A sadhaka by spiritual practices can awaken this for higher evolution. Only at Manipura, Kundalini cools down, and it can send pranic energy to 72,000 nerves before it is further ascended to Dhara Chakra. Without the grace of Almighty, no one gets absolute peace. One can be in like Samadhi, but not in actual Samadhi without His blessings. When the microcosm itself becomes light after ascent of Udana Praana, then only one can enter Samadhi. This does not depend entirely only on Prana, it is His or almighty wish and grace. Broadly, it can be said that yoga is sandhya and meditation is siddhi. Time, space and consciousness are continuum, and only samadhi can take subtle ego away. Nobody in this world is above Maya. Without propitiating Maya, one cannot make any progress in the vertical journey. Breathe is also Maya, by mercy of breath, and its grace vertical journey can be taken up. Jnana or knowledge is helpful, but without the mercy of Maya, no progress can be made in vertical journey. There are more chances of failure in spirituality than success, since all vices of the horizontal world, including kama, krodha, greediness, ahankara or ego, mamta or attachment, can any time deceive the sadhaka, and he can be thrown back in the mundane world again and again. With the mercy of Maya and grace of Almighty, one must observe silence in every breath to be with the Spirit. Chanting can be helpful to be in silence and to be in spirit. In short, for spiritual evolution, a sadhaka must look forward for the grace of Maya, Almighty, Guru and his own prayers and devotion, and finally, the mercy of supernal. However, still there is no surety of any kind without his or Almighty own blessings. These techniques and means are futile if He, the Almighty, does not want to open His own gates.